The only people at the Folsom Street Fair who are shy are the furries. And you might say, wait, what? People in giant... Why are furry mascot characters at the Folsom Street Fair in large numbers, too? Well, it's because it's a gross sex thing, and it always has been, and it always will be.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyway, this is, just so you know, exclusive to the podcast. This never aired on the actual show, and so it's completely uncensored. So we're just warning you straight up.
Yeah.
It is... Well, Greg, I think it is fucking filthy.
Yeah, you gave me a slight little preview of it.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
And I've always wondered, how the fuck could anybody do this?
I cannot wait.
I don't understand how anybody can handle it.
Get it? Well, hand comes into play.
Yep.
All right, so here we go.
This guy, I'll call him Locke for short. He's going to give us... You might have to pause it after the first second or two. He's going to give us his full stage name here.
All right.
Locked Fist Monster.
Okay, hold on.
You have a great...
Yeah.
He is the
Lock Fist Monster.
Okay.
Yes.
Monster.
Oh my god.
Yeah, please state your name.
Hi, I'm a Lock Fist Monster.
For the record.
Now that'll give you a preview of what he's doing as he describes it to me.
Locked Fist Monster.
You have a great outfit. Can you describe it for folks?
Sure. So right now I've got on a cocksucker hood that I bought over at Mr. S. Leather yesterday. I've got some of my piercings in. I've got my 4-gauge septum, 4-gauge nipple rings. I've got nipple clamps that I've hooked around this fire hydrant. I'm wearing a jock strap that says fist on it. I'm wearing a chastity cage, and then got some long red socks on, some knee pads in case I need to get on the ground, and I've got some Converses on.
Yeah, just in case I decide to just randomly suck some cock.
Well,
because he's got his, what do they call it, a cocksucker mask?
Yes, he did.
What is that?
So what it is, it's sort of a superhero mask where it's like a white kind of luchador thing with sort of a red band over the eyes, but then the mouth's open just in case things happen.
I see.
Now he said that he's got a jock strap on that says fist.
And a cage.
Right.
Yeah,
a cage over his wiener because he doesn't want
Got some long red socks on, some knee pads in case I need to get on the ground, and I've got some Converses on. And that's it.
That's a fan. You seem like you're ready for anything.
I am ready. And then I've got a fist or two in me right now.
What?
Yeah, he's got...
Wait a second.
He's bent... he's, by the way, again, public street in San Francisco. He's bent over a fire hydrant with...
As he's talking to you.
As he's having you heard it, plain as day conversation with, I believe, 2 fists in his anus.
From who?
My God.
Seabass and somebody else?
Yeah, getting a little buddy, a little guy.
How do you get 2 fists in your asshole?
Well,
How do you get one?
True. I mean, but people, I've seen that happen before. I've seen,
that's believable.
You know what? I've never seen somebody getting fisted in the ass. I've seen where some chick's got a fist up her cooter.
Right.
But I've not seen.
That's where babies come out of.
But right. It's kind of more built, more elastic.
Exactly.
Like your butthole's only built for so big of a turd.
Well,
this guy has got to have problems.
This is why these are all
sounds
questions.
So casual.
Yeah, he's super cash. This isn't the first session either because I'd seen him. I seen him earlier. And then I walked back up to him again. He said, "Oh yeah, let's talk about stuff." So again, you guys have questions.
Aren't you glad you tuned in for this podcast exclusive?
I have interviewing skills, so we're going to find out more about how the Locked Fist Monster got to be so good at this.
Okay.
Can you tell when it's 1 versus 2?
Usually, but it just sort of depends on how lost in the moment I am.
How are you able to remain so calm and talk to me while what's going on back there is going on?
I've had a lot of practice doing this.
And how did you first become acquainted with this sort of situation?
So, I saw fisting porn years ago and, thought, not really for me. And then I was living in Australia back in, 2014.
And how's your pie? Fisted.
Lubed.
Yeah. And I fisted a guy there for the first time. I was like, okay, that's kind of fun. But I didn't really get seriously into getting fisted myself until 2018 or so.
How do you keep yourself from any kind of internal injuries?
Good lube, lots of practice. It's a muscle like any other.
Okay.
So it's just-
we had that in the preview clip, so now I know what that's all about.
See, that was without context, you're like,
how it retracts though.
I know.
Yeah, does it snap back into place?
these
or
are good
is it prolapse?
good questions, and I'm here with your answers.
Oh, thank God.
Something tells me after, even if it's just a number of years of just regular anal stuff,
Yeah.
shit's just got to fall out.
You
What I mean?
think-
Like your butthole is just this big open thing.
Yeah.
Like a garbage chute from an apartment building. You
Right.
put stuff down there and just go bloop,
Right
and
through.
Or
there's-
like a pair of socks.
yeah. Like, do you even know if you go?
All
after a
good
certain
questions,
point?
and he's got your answers.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
It's the same way that like no one asks a ballet dancer, how can you walk when you can still do splits? Right?
See?
You know, they're flexible, they're strong.
Yep.
They don't injure themselves because they practice and they build up to it. In the same way, my friend here, who's got his hands in me, I've spent a lot of time practicing on toys, on other fists. I've built up over the years. I'm well lubed up. I'm warmed up well, and I'm wrapped around him right now.
Oh my God.
Wrapped around him. When you say things like, I've got a fist or two in me, there is no way it goes back to its original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
what
I
he
don't
just
feel
said.
like he really answered
He
anything.
did. He said just because ballet dancers can do a standing split doesn't mean they walk bow-legged. They have full control of the entire range of motion.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a
No,
little
dog, I
different.
don't
Like,
believe it. This guy's like
Yeah, I don't believe
diapers.
it either.
All right.
has to
Well,
be.
you know what?
I mean, look, we all have different things that we believe. Like, it just wasn't designed for that.
No.
I mean,
Right.
there's plenty of things that, we use medications that weren't necessarily developed for diabetes that now are used to treat diabetes. Doesn't mean you can't use it for that. Doesn't mean it was originally
Right.
used for that. So it was never intended, I think, for, some guy to have your fist up your ass.
Again,
and
highly
then for it just to go back to normal.
highly ignorant. Again, ballet dancers. No human is intended to walk on their tippy toes, but with practice.
But have you guys heard of a term called rosebudding?
Rose
Yeah, it's prolapsing essentially.
Okay, so how is this guy not walking around with a full like elephant trunk coming out of his
Right.
ass?
There's my next question,
True.
Gina.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So with the dangers,
Right.
is what you're saying. What are the risk factors to this lifestyle?
Right.
All right. Well, let's. This guy, I don't do. How do you go out in public?
I know.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy to.
You have
talk
a
to
mask on.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
why.
So dangers. Here we go.
People, they fear that, like, oh, if I do this sort of thing, I won't be able to control other bodily functions. Do you find that to be a problem at all?
Not at all. Again, it's a muscle like any other. If you strengthen it, you train it, you get better control over it. If I need to clamp up tight, I can clamp up tight. My resting state is not like open. My resting state's closed like everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have any issues with incontinence or anything.
And do you do this professionally or just for fun?
This is entirely for fun. I make no money doing this.
Okay, so you don't have like a website or anything? Or...
No, but I actually do have a podcast. The podcast is called Chastity Pod. It's about gay male chastity play. And also, if you're curious about fisting, I recommend the podcast Such Fun, spelled with 2 F's, done by my good friends Jasmine Taz and Big Butt Geek.
Taz and Big Butt Geek.
I've never seen Gina reach for a pen faster.
Hold on.
Get it.
I'm
He
gonna
mentioned the
this
name
down.
of his
FF.
podcast.
I got it right here.
Big
Yeah.
butt geek.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Jasmine Taz.
I don't know how much fisting info there is that a podcast is a necessary series. Is that a weekly
Right.
thing you can do
Maybe
for more than
one episode?
Oh
and
no,
you're done?
because they have titles like etiquette
right?
and total bottoms.
Okay.
New technology.
Yeah, shame and a Q&A.
Shame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a month worth of podcasts.
How to talk to your parents.
Starting a new life.
Yeah.
Again, so that's a locked in monster.
Lock fist.
Lock
Locked
fist.
fist monster. Sorry.
Lock fist monster.
Again, that's
God.
a
was
public
amazing.
street in a giant city in
I
America.
can't believe
Yeah.
A
it.
man with 2 fists in his asshole.
In the act.
And now you can see why we couldn't cover that on the on-air broadcast. We
Why
had to
not?
leave it as a podcast exclusive for you today.
Nice. While we're here, can I ask people to rate and review the podcast?
Yeah, to be descriptive.
No. I'm not about this segment, but just on the podcast app that you're listening to right now, please
Yeah.
go to the bottom, drop a comment, say, if you like it or not, and then give us a review.
And
You-
speaking of going to the bottom, Seabass, did anyone invite you to? Did the Lock Fist Monster
Like,
invite you to
yeah.
give it a
Yeah.
try?
Oh, to put my hand. I don't
Yeah.
think he would. It felt like he
To wear him like a puppet.
It seemed like the person who was handling him was maybe like a partner, because I
A
think
friend.
Oh,
a
had
buddy
domain over him.
Knew each
yeah,
other.
because I don't think you want anybody with rings on or whatever going all
It wasn't like a
willy-nilly.
kissing booth.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, like one
Anyone
of those-
for $5.
Like a dunk tank.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 3 fists for $1.
Yeah.
Again,
But we
I
also
if I-
talked about the pee pool.
the
Yeah.
pee pool.
What would your price be to go into it?
Just for one sesh to like let one
Let's say
person.
let's put a time on it. Like you had to be in there for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And then random people will be coming around and taking a leak on you.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's 5 minutes is probably about average from what I see.
Yeah.
How much would it take for you to get in?
So whoever walks by can just whiz on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like let's all name our price.
I would say
For 5 minutes.
it would have to be okay. By the way, and now, Greg, does this include
Can they
the
piss
fact-
on your face or is it just your body?
Am I going to end up on social media?
Let's say you're on all fours like a dog.
That's the that's the better
so
question.
Where they would hit is up to them.
And
basically.
will this live on the internet or just
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so no one's which by the way, people are photographing, but for the sake of this question,
For the sake of argument here.
Yeah.
For the hypothetical.
it would have to be
5
it would be
minutes.
retirement money for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That much?
It would have to be 7 figures, right?
What? You guys, come on.
Like $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, name your price.
For 5
Yeah,
minutes?
name your
5
price.
minutes to get pissed on.
Whoever has the lowest price wins.
And I don't even know why Sammy's chiming in because she said that she would let Edelman do it for free.
Right.
Julian Edelman, yeah.
Well, yeah, but not
The
just
former Patriot.
anyone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think
That,
you-
it has to be life-changing money. Retirement
what is that?
money, life-changing.
Well, what is that?
Yeah, what's
Probably like
5 minutes.
like 25 mil at least.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Wow.
Get out of here.
I would do it for 25 grand.
Really?
What?
Oh, that can be arranged.
Handed me cash, $25,000 cash.
And not on the
Tax-free.
internet.
Tax-free.
5 minutes.
You know, it's
No.
not a polite
Yeah.
question, but how much are we paying Gina over here?
Yeah, because I was like, for not on the internet, your price definitely gets lower.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a couple $100,000.
You guys are.
That's it.
I know. I was thinking
Precious.
$1 million, but
No,
now
I'm
I'm
saying
thinking
200.
I'm kind
5
of
minutes.
5
of your
minutes.
Time
I'm kind of with you on that.
cold
5
hard
minutes.
cash.
I think Menace would
Yeah.
barf for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'll be gagging instantly.
But who cares?
But you can't
5 minutes.
piss in my mouth or in my any orifice.
Well, you can
would
close
have
your
to
mouth.
keep it
yeah.
close.
You just have to be in the pool.
Okay.
You can,
Like
hell,
a
you can
piss
dodge
in your
it.
nose?
I'll say-
not in my eyes.
Like, what do you mean?
nothing.
Like orifice? Like,
keep it out
Ears,
of my face.
nose.
Yeah,
well,
out
if
of
it
my
gets
head,
in your
off my
nose, it
head.
gets in your nose.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm go.
There's
is
nothing
what
you
it
can
is.
do.
Sammy's a dominatrix.
I'd go 200.
You'll take it and like
Okay.
it.
that's
like-
lower than I thought for Greg.
I know. At first, I thought $1 million, but now, no, because 200. That you can do a lot with 200 grand.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is super low.
Dude,
I'm surprised.
You're making $40,000
A minute.
A minute.
Yeah.
That's
Just for
pretty good.
peeing.
And there's people
For
doing
5
it for
minutes.
free.
I know there's
It's
people
no-
that
it's-
want to
It's
do
not
it.
on the internet.
Now fisting, 58 trillion.
Oh yeah, that I can't.
and
You're
you can't
making.
even-
Oh, you know what's weird? Okay, so $40,000 an hour. How much per minute? $666 a second.
Would you be in it for an hour for 666?
Keep it rolling.
No. I'm saying it's $666 per
A
second.
Oh,
second.
per second. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
fine.
fisting,
Do it.
I that goes into 7 figures. 'Cause
No,
I'm gonna
that-
have to get
oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna have
for
to get
sure.
surgery.
No, that
I have-
goes. That's the national debt.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah. There's
It's
no
physically
way.
impossible.
Woody,
I couldn't even get.
$5 million.
I couldn't even get a suppository up there.
Oh.
Right.
I had a hemorrhoid one time. I tried to push a suppository up there. I
Right.
couldn't do it.
Hell
For
yeah, bro.
$5 million,
because like
I'm like,
Seabass, I'm 1,000% hetero.
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
$5 million, I'll
Like
do
my
it
butthole
naked.
would not accept anything going in.
Yeah,
I would-
but we wouldn't
Oh,
try
yeah, just
give it
wouldn't
give
accept
it the
it.
old college try for $5 million.
For a
fist?
fist?
Yes.
Oh,
No, there's
okay.
just
happen.
Oh,
it
we're
wouldn't
talking about-
happen.
That's like saying you would cut
If
a
I thought it
steak
was
with your finger.
If
You
I thought it
won't-
was
you
physically
can't.
possible, I would consider it for. I mean, like you said, like insane
In,
money.
like
Okay.
billions.
Yeah, because that seems, also seems very painful.
I thought we were talking about the pool still, and then we're going to the fisting.
Oh.
yeah.
I'll do the fist for $5 million as well.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But that's not a
$5
one.
million.
Fist for $5 million.
In the pee pool for 5
Easy.
minutes?
Yeah, but how much?
How
but
much for
how
that?
much? Yeah, how much for the
People.
the people?
5 minutes.
not on the internet. Carry the 5.
We've
I'll
all
probably-
done the math already.
Yeah,
How,
like 500.
500.
$500 bucks?
Jeez, Yeah.
You guys are
Wow.
so pricey.
$500.
I can't be
Yeah.
undersold in the people.
I said G's at the end.
Five-
Oh, gee, I didn't hear
Right.
that. I said, then I followed up. I said 500. He goes, yeah.
no 500 G's
500,000. Okay. All right.
for
500,000.
5 minutes of pee.
Yeah.
Bored, how much?
I mean, I've done worse for free
Yeah,
for
Lord.
morning shows.
Here's the thing. I'd do it for $1 million, but I actually would want the rights to the video footage because people are going to be asking for it anyways. Put it behind a paywall and get more money.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at that.
I like
Businessman.
More on the back end.
Yeah.
But he has long hair. Your hair would be so.
That's what shampoo is for.
It's good for his
That's
hair.
that's what razors are for.
Yeah. His price is lower to get pissed on than it is to cut his hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's
well,
more
there you go,
embarrassing.
guys.
Wow.
There's your There's your podcast only.
That made me want to be celibate.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know.
And podcast recommendations.
Oh, yeah. Please make sure you rate the pod.
No.
It might be a weird time to ask everybody to rate the podcast.
Recommendations for new podcasts, for fisting podcasts, and from gay male chess podcasts.
true.
Yeah, true.
And we can do a whole podcast. How much to whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
That's our new side podcast.
Today's question, how much to let somebody shit on your face? Greg?
You know what? That'll be 7 figures.
All right. Let's get back to the show, the actual show.
Yeah.
This is the